Classroom Engine. Today in this video, we're going to discuss about the Constitution of India. This video will be useful for judiciary aspirant as well as those who are student of LLB. And apart from this video has been made useful for APSC or UPSC or other government exam aspirants as well. So in this video, we're going to discuss about the Constitution of India, basics of the Constitution of India, and we'll start first with the preamble of the Constitution of India. Before going to the preamble of the Constitution of India, first of all, let us see certain of the basic facts about the Constitution of India. So the Constitution came into force in 26th day of January 1950. Everybody knows about it. But there are how many total amendments are there, which is important. For at least for judiciary, it is an important question. So there are, as per the latest data of 2023, 106 amendments only. So it took total 2 years, 11 months, 18 days to finalize the Constitution. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman of drafting committee, Rajendra Prasad, the president, and the idea of preamble was borrowed from the USA, Constitution of USA, because there is a criticism relating to the Constitution of India that some said that it is a borrowed constitution. Many of the features are borrowed, but let's not talk about the criticism. Let's move to the preamble of the Constitution of India. So while attempting questions in mains, especially for judiciary mains mainly, how you have to start, what should be your approach to starting a questions? The approach is very clear. You have to start with a quotation or a 2-line introductions, because it will not be possible for you to give a long introduction, but at least 2-line quotation or 2-line introduction, like that you can start the answer. So that is the approach of writing mains. Now that says that we the people adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this constitution. We the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. So what does mean by the word we the people? It basically means that India is a republic, and it is the people that have given themselves the constitution. It is a democratic country. It is rule of people, ruled by people, and not by women caprice. So basically the ultimate power lies into the hands of the people of the country. That is why that is the foundation of a democratic government and a republican government. Now, why preamble is even important at all in a constitution? Now, if you are a law student, then you basically know that you have read a lot of statutes, lot of acts and enactments, and in every act and enactment there is a preamble. If not preamble, at least there are short title or a long title. So what is the object of preamble? In general sense, the object of preamble is that it gives an introduction to the statute, or introduction to the, in case of constitution, a kind of introductory to the Constitution of India. So it gives the basic idea. Basic idea means how the government is, what are the ideologies, what are the sources of the constitution, what is the nature of the state, and what are the statement of its, what are its objectives. So it gives the basic objectives about the country, about the constitution of that particular country. Now, in case of our constitution, if you read the preamble, we will see that the preamble starts with sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic. What does mean? Sovereign means free from external aggression and internal disturbance. The country is sovereign. India is a sovereign country. It is no longer under the British dominion. Socialist. Basically, India has a mixed economy. It is not completely socialist, but it has a mixed economy. There are chances for private ownership also. But at the same time, India makes sure that the distribution and concentration of property do not dwell in a single source. That is what called socialism. And apart from the socialism, the socialistic ideology can be seen in the DPSP as well. That is Directive Principles of State Policy, which is a kind of directives that is given to the state, and the state should keep in mind those directives while formulating welfare policies. Now, what does it mean by secular? Basically, India has a positive meaning of secularism. It is not a negative meaning of secularism. What does it mean? Respecting, understanding, and developing respect and understanding towards different religion. By secularism, we mean that India do not have a state-sponsored religion. There is no such religion that the state grants or sponsors. The state is free from any kind of religion. But it is different from the Constitution of USA, in which the concept of secularism is like state does not interfere into the private matters of religion. What is the value of the preamble of the Constitution of India? So basically, the preamble does not grant any substantive right or is not enforceable in courts. So basically, it's not something like a fundamental right that is provided under Article 12 to Article 35 of the Constitution of India. It is not like fundamental right that under Article 32 we can go to the court for issuance of writ orders or directions of the court. It is not like that. It cannot be enforceable. It cannot be enforced in a court of law. But there are various Indian courts that have granted and that have engaged with the preamble and have treated it as a guiding light in the interpretation of the constitution, because whatever words are there in the preamble which finds its expression in the in part 3 of the Constitution of India, that is fundamental rights, and also in part 4 of the Constitution of India, that is DPSP. So that is why preamble is a guiding source for the interpretation of the Constitution of India, because to interpret the constitution we have judiciary. Judiciary is considered the guardian of the Constitution of India, and what is the important function of judiciary? That is basically relating to interpretation. The basic function of judiciary is not give justice to the people, but basically interpret the death letter of the legislation. So interpretation is the main function of the judiciary, and to interpret the constitution, the judiciary can take help and guide from the preamble of the Constitution of India, because there is called basic structure doctrine. What is that? We'll learn about it. Now this is the basic text of the preamble of the Constitution of India. One important thing that is a prelims question is that there will be questions relating to 42nd Amendment Act. What are the words that has been included by 42nd Amendment Act? Socialist word has been included, secular word has been included, and integrity word has been included by 42nd Amendment of the Constitution of India 1976. Now what are the objectives of the preamble? Justice. Justice is a genus. It has many species: social, economic, and political justice. The same finds an expression in DPSP part 4 of the Constitution of India. Equality. Equality is of two kinds: equality of opportunity and equality of status. That is Article 16 of the Constitution of India. That finds its expression in the Article 16 of the Constitution of India. That comes liberty. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith in, worship. Article 19 of the Constitution of India. Apart from Article 19, Article 20, Article 28, 25 to 28 of the Constitution of India also gives the expression liberty. Fraternity. Fraternity means what? It is a kind of brotherhood, assuring the dignity of the individual and unity and integrity of the nations. These are the objectives that are given in the preamble of the Constitution of India. Then comes, what are the elements of the preamble? As I have already explained: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Socialist, secular, and integrity words has been inserted by 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Now, significance of the preamble. There are three important leading case law that gives the significance of the preamble. But before that, there are two important questions. First one is preamble the part of the Constitution of India? And the second one is, can the preamble be amended or not? So these are the two questions. First case is Reed-Bradbury versus Reed-Bradbury case. Year is 1960. So what happened in this case? This says that preamble is a key to open the mind of the makers, but preamble is not a part of the Constitution of India. This was held in the case of Reed-Bradbury case. Now there are some other cases like Keshavanda Bharti versus State of Kerala. In that case is important, and 13 judge benches are were there in that case, and that is one of the important pre-questions. 13 judges bench, largest bench of the Supreme Court of India. Okay. Now in Keshavanda Bharti, that is also important case relating to doctrine of basic structure. What was held in this case? The preamble of the Constitution is a part of the Constitution of India, and the Parliament cannot amend the basic structure of the Constitution of India. In case of amending the Constitution of India, Parliament do not enjoy unlimited power under Article 368 of the Constitution of India, because the power is limited. How Parliament's power is limited? Limited to the basic structure of the Constitution of India. Whatever words given in the preamble of the Constitution of India, that cannot be amended even by Parliament under Article 368 of the Constitution of India, because these are supreme. So that preamble is a part of Constitution of India, and also it is an introductory part of the Constitution of India, and hence preamble cannot be amended. The basic structure, because preamble is a basic structure, and the words values given on the preamble of the Constitution of India, which we have read as elements of the Constitution of India, this cannot be amended, because these are the basic features of the Constitution of India. And our case is Union Government versus LIC. What was held in this case? Preamble is an integral part of the Constitution of India, and it is not directly enforceable in a court of law. Too, it is an integral part of the Constitution of India. So this is all about today. Thank you. Thanks for watching.